All right, so I'm going to try to, my phone almost fell there. I want us to do a lab today. We haven't done a lab in a long time. Well, I guess we just did the bubblegum lab, but this one's a little bit more detailed of a lab. It's a little bit more, quote unquote, strenuous, I guess you could say. It does require you to actually like do a little exercise, so that's always good. Some of you guys have been stuck at home for too long. You probably need a little exercise right now. This is my work lab, or some students call it my stair lab, because yes, you are going to need to run upstairs, and that does, I know, probably pose an issue with some students right away because you might not have stairs. You can use like stairs going down to a basement. You can use stairs going upstairs in your house to some other level. I think most of my students probably have either a basement or a second story. If you live on a crawl space, which means that you don't have stairs, give me an email, okay? Make that known to me as soon as possible so that we can try to find some other way to do this. Maybe we can run uphill or something like that. There's where there's a will, guys, there's always a way. But hopefully most of you guys will be able to do this without any issue. If you come to the school, which I understand that we are still socially distancing, the school's still closed, obviously, but there are steps, going down to the STEM building. There are steps going up to the school. There are steps outside in public places that you can use, and it doesn't have to be a lot of steps. I live on a split. It's technically kind of like a tri-level. So I have like little sets of steps, not a full flight by any means. I think there's like 4 steps in each one. You can do it on 4 steps. It's fine. Okay, all you need is some sort of stair to make your measurements. So what you're going to do for this, answer the first 2 questions up here, of course. It says measure, I'm going to look at the procedure real quick and just kind of give you guys some idea of what we're doing. It says measure the mass of each student who will be running up the stairs, that's you, in kilograms. Okay, right there, some of you guys are like, I don't have a scale that reads kilograms. It's okay. All you got to do is, I'm not even going to give you the equation. I think it's 2.2 pounds per kilogram, but just type in onto Google, put it in the Google, type in how much you weigh and say how much is that in kilograms, and it'll tell you. No big deal. Okay. It says measure the height of the stair in meters. Notice it says stair, like 1 step. Okay, so you need to take a meter stick if you have it, take a ruler, take a measuring tape, some sort of thing that you have at home. And I realize I'm asking you guys to do a lot here to go and find some stuff, and I'm sorry for that, but this is the only way we can do labs like this. But you need to go and find some way to measure the steps. You can measure it in feet, that's fine. Just, again, go to Google and change it to meters, okay? So you're going to find the height of 1 step, okay, just 1. All right. Then you're going to count the number of stairs that you're going to traverse. Maybe that's 3. Maybe that's 10. Maybe that's maybe it's just 2. I hope it's not just 2, but maybe it's just 2. And you are going to figure out basically here's the height of 1 stair in meters. Here's the height of the total steps. Okay. So like if 1 step is 0.2 meters and you have 3 steps, then you're going to be traversing. It would be, I guess, 0.6 of a meter, okay? Then down here, here's your measurements. Again, it asks for the mass of the student in kilograms here. You're going to do 3 trials where you run up the steps. Please be careful. Please be careful. Take good caution here. If you have a handrail, which I hope you do, make sure that you're hanging on to it. Okay, I do have measurements for student 2 and student 3. Obviously, you're not going to... I just realized that you guys can't see that. I do have measurements here. This is the bottom that I'm talking about. I have measurements for student 2 and student 3. Obviously, you're going to be doing this by yourself, so you're not going to need to calculate the times of the runs for other students. But hey, if you want to do this with your sibling, with a brother or sister, you can totally do that. See who's more powerful, who's able to go up the stairs the quickest and thus generate the most power, because that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to figure out how much power you're generating by running up these steps. Okay, so then you're going to average your time for all 3 runs. For those of you who don't remember, to find average, you add up time 1, time 2, and time 3, and then you divide by 3. Okay, so add them all up, divide by 3, and you will get your average amount of time. On the back, that's where the big stuff kind of happens. It asks you to calculate things, and I have tried to make this as simple as possible. I have given you the equations. So it says, what is being lifted up the stairs? Basically, that's the weight of each student. To find weight, you take the mass of the student times gravitational constant, which is 9.8 meters per second squared. So if your mass is 50 kilograms, it would be 50 times 9.8 meters per second, and then you have your answer. What is the total height of the stairs? You already kind of figured this out before. You take the height of one stair and you multiply it by the number of stairs. So if you have, again, I just did this, if you have a 0.2 meter stair and you have 3 stairs, that means you're going to go 0.6 meters. Okay. Next one, it says, what is the work being done on the mass that is lifted up the stairs? Does this work change from run to run? Why or why not? It doesn't change because the amount of work is still going to be the same. But the work is the weight that you just found up here. Okay. It's the weight times the total height of the stairs. So it's number 1 on this sheet, the answer for number 1 times the answer for number 2. Real simple, guys. Trying to make this as easy as possible. And then finally, what is the average power generated in watts going up the stairs? So you take to find average power, you take the amount of work divided by the average time, which is number 3, divided by time from your data table, the average time from your data table, and you will find the answer. So you take the answer for number 3, you divide it by the total amount of time that you found, the average amount of time that you found for all 3 of your runs. And then finally, it says how much average horsepower did you generate? You take the answer for number 4, okay, and you divide it by 746, because there's 746 watts in 1 horsepower, and that will tell you how much power you generated in horsepower. All right, so this is a little bit of a lengthier video for a lab explanation, but I wanted to make sure that you guys understood how to do this. And kids traditionally have problems with these questions on the back, but I promise it's easy. Just read through and look at these guys, and they will tell you. But again, make this fun, okay? If you guys have stairs, hopefully that's the first kind of concern. But hopefully you got stairs. Grab your brother or sister and see who can run up the stairs the fastest, and figure out how much power you're generating and how much power they're generating in watts. See who can generate more horsepower than the other person. Okay, and again, if you don't have stairs, contact me. You could even probably do this on a hill. Okay, it's not that crazy. All right, have fun with it. I'll talk to you guys next time.